Good morning. Welcome back to Heather Rants. We don't really rant, but when people don't like what you have to say, they think it makes you sound like you're the unhinged one when they say that you're ranting. Today's topic: do you think we can push them to clarify some things? They're wildly inconsistent about the shunning practices and how it's presented to the world. But they can do that because people don't know. But there's a way to fix that. They make it very, very, very clear how disfellowshipped and dissociated ones should be viewed and how they should be treated. They acknowledge how devastating this standard is and how it can ruin families. They'll vaguely touch on that point. Their videos show how you work through all that devastation. The retracted video promises a new family within the Jehovah's Witness, a spiritual mother and a spiritual father and a spiritual everything. Like, all this wildly, to anybody else would be abusive stuff. And it's not even consistent on the publications, because the publications also say that if someone is disfellowshipped, they did something severe and were not repentant. You don't know until either you get into a judicial hearing or you see the Elder's Handbook that you have to be sufficiently repentant. So there's that variant on that scenario. But also on the jw.org website, there's the polished front cover of it with the frequently asked questions. You kind of get a little bit in depth into the website, and you can see a few things, and it's not what the Down Deep, the Watchtower Online Library, the .wol. It's not what the Watchtower says or the video says. It's not what the active members see. This is what somebody who's just looking at the surface level sees. We still have dealings with family. We reach out to them. They're invited to everything. All this stuff. It looks so polished and pretty. It's wildly different. In court, they acknowledged in the Australian Royal Commission that while it is cruel to cut off a SA victim from their family and their support system, they respect the victim's choice to do so. Gaslighting out of the fact that this is not a choice. This is trauma. They acknowledge it's cruel and reprehensible, but it's a choice. It's nope. While in another hearing, they say, they're invited to the meetings. They're invited to sing the songs. They're invited, the family dynamics don't change. The only thing that changes is the spiritual aspect. You get into the comments under some of these JW videos that former members post. You'll see in the comments, one person said on my page that, basically they'd be happy for me to die, and the brimstone and the sulfur, like screaming out in pain and gnashing teeth, all the crazy stuff. I can't even remember, but I choose not to live that way. And then there's another one: you chose this. You don't know what you're choosing. There's a lack of information, and then when there's a lack of even if there wasn't a lack of information, there's constant substantial changes in information that you didn't agree to when you signed up for this mess. You knew they were going to be changing some things, but not like that. You knew what you signed up for. Oh, shame on you. Meanwhile, other people are like, it's not like that. That's how they do it in my hall. Does Bethel know that? And you see people lost to suicide. let me tell you, the responses I've gotten live, in person, face to face, with Jehovah's Witnesses, and online under videos or under Reddit comments, for them to have done that, they had to have already had something wrong with them mentally. What are you saying exactly? Number one, are you saying it's okay to bully and push someone who's already on the edge right on over? Are you saying that's okay? Because I'm pretty sure that's not what Jesus was advocating for when he was trying to oust the Pharisees from their like lofty position. So where does all this play in? You know, they've had to change things when people really, really find out how they worked or clarify. And I'm pretty sure we can get a beliefs clarified if we made it really, really, really hard for them to deny this isn't how we do it. So when you see one of those comments under a video, here's what we're going to do. We're going to screenshot that. You're going to post it on social media. You're going to post it on local groups. Black out the name, respect their privacy. Just say this is an active Jehovah's Witness and this is how they behave. This is what they said to somebody simply for the fact that they were a former member. Do all the hashtags. TikTok. If you have an experience like I did, where I was in a thrift store, I saw somebody with their teenager who I last saw as a baby, and I'm so excited I want to say hi, thinking maybe she'll be an actual human being towards me. You know what this lady did? Literally dropped her basket, grabbed her daughter by the arm, who's all of a sudden confused and terrified, doesn't know what's going on, because she doesn't know who I am from Adam, and runs out of the store with her. Whew. Runs out of the store with her. Let's start posting about that. We got all these short form things. There's Instagram, there's TikTok, there's Facebook, there's YouTube Shorts. Like, there's so many short form things where you can put a whole bunch of hashtags and filtrate yourself into other people's presence. Make them wonder, get them curious, get them looking at this. There's so many. Somebody is going to start sharing. Like, they can't even be consistent with that social justice warriors don't be one, but they're going to advocate through court that by virtue of being a religion, everything that they do is religious and protected by religious practices. No. I like what the one judge said in his, it was a long thing, but one of the judges said that it's disgraceful of them to consider themselves the canary in the coal mine for social justice. Because it is wild. But start posting. You have a wedding and you have a text message from your mom that you're not going to show up, screenshot it, post it. Black out the names, of course. Respect privacy. You're able to film somebody yelling at you about how you should be ashamed of yourselves and, you know, are you gnashing your teeth and all this stuff. Film them. Fuzz out their face. Put the little happy face on there. Post it. We need to get so many people posting firsthand experiences that they're going to have to either put a new line on Beliefs Clarified or they're going to have to be honest. And it needs to be in short form. Because people see an extremely wide variety of topics in these short form things. I see wild crafting and crunchy moms on mine. I see car repairs and, I don't know, watercolor hacks. I see a really, really super wide variety of things. These short form things are going to be a fantastic way to use technology to force them to confront the public about how they've been lying to them. They're either going to have to change it or they're going to have to own up to it. And if they want to argue, give them the link, not the polished front page of their website, not the polished surface level links on their website. Give them the video about the single mom who can't get her mom to answer the phone. About the mom sitting in her son's room with the little soccer decal on the wall, not answering the phone. About sitting down crying over pizza because she misses her son, so instead of calling him, she decides to go in field service. Put the posts out where people say they only committed suicide over being disfellowshipped because there was already something wrong with them. Start screenshotting it. Start posting it. Do all the hashtags. Do it all. They call this a loving discipline. They should be as proud of that as they are of their blood doctrine, because they don't back off of the blood doctrine. They lean into it. Why not this one? Just my thoughts, my morning thoughts for the day. And I intend to start doing this too. So yeah, I'll be reading through a lot of comments. I'm trying to find the fun stuff. I'm going to post them. And yeah, let's get at it, guys. Don't forget, if you ask enough questions, you can be an apostate too.